The series starts in the busy streets of the city. Lin Wenbai is always there, and people talk about her beauty and her possible future with Jiang Mu Chen, the heir to the Jian Empire. They have been seen together for years, sparking rumors that they might get married. Meanwhile, by the calm ocean, Xia, a hard-working villager, casts her net to catch fish for the day. She finishes early and helps her friends back to shore. As she organizes their things, she feels excited seeing Qiang, the man she loves, walking towards her. But her joy is short-lived when he announces he is marrying Jane, another villager. Qiang explains that Jane's father promised him benefits, leaving Xia heartbroken. He gives her a single pearl as a parting gift. Angry and determined, Xia vows to find a better suitor than Qiang. At the Jian Company's office, Mu Chen, ready to take over the business, meets his jealous brother, Xiao. Xiao questions Mu Chen's favored position, but Mu Chen ignores him. Xiao then orders a secretary to watch Mu Chen closely. Inside the company, their grandfather congratulates Mu Chen for completing a project and gives him an envelope with mysterious photos. To inherit the company, Mu Chen must find and marry the woman in one of the photos. At Qiang and Jane's wedding, Xia falls as the couple passes by. Jane takes the chance to insult Xia, criticizing her looks and saying she is unworthy of love. Xiao offers to help Xia, but Mu Chen steps in, claiming Xia as his own. Xiao reminds Mu Chen about media rumors linking him to Wenbai and suggests he return to her. Mu Chen threatens Xiao with stock manipulation, forcing him to leave. Mu Chen gently helps Xia into his car and decides to take her to their grandfather in her current state, hoping to change his mind. Xiao informs Wenbai of the events, setting off a series of reactions. During the drive, Mu Chen notices Xia smells bad and is sweaty. He tries to clean her with a cloth, but Xia firmly rejects his touch, setting her boundaries. She warns him not to try anything intimate, making Mu Chen question his grandfather's match choice. When they arrive at Mu Chen's luxurious home, Xia is amazed by its beauty, especially an antique marble stone in the hallway. Mu Chen, the grandfather's aide, explains its significance, revealing it as a cherished piece. In a surprising turn, Wenbai, the famous TV personality, arrives, causing Xia to hide behind Mu Chen. Wenbai's disapproving look at Xia increases the tension. During the introduction to the grandfather, he mistakes Wenbai for Xia, giving her praise before Mu Chen corrects him. The grandfather's mysterious comments hint at a deeper reason for Xia's presence, leaving her to figure it out. As the grandfather leaves, Mu Chen and Wenbai also go, leaving Xia alone in the unfamiliar place. As Xia explores the hallways, she slips on the polished floor. Xiao catches her just in time, despite the strong smell coming from Xia. She is happy to see Xiao and imagines dancing with him, but they fall, with Xia landing on top of Xiao. Meanwhile, Wenbai asks Mu Chen about his grandfather's choice of Xia as a partner. Mu Chen's confused response leaves Wenbai wondering about his plans. In another part of the mansion, Xiao tries to dress Xia in designer clothes, but she doesn't like them, so he sends her for a makeover. Mu Chen gives his assistant a dress with family significance for Xia to wear. Mu Chen explains the importance of the dress to Wenbai, planning to upset his grandfather to influence his feelings. Xia gets a makeover, enjoying the unfamiliar experience of hair and makeup. Wearing Mu Chen's chosen dress, she approaches him but embarrassingly falls into his arms. When Wenbai arrives, dressed up as well, she seeks approval from Mu Chen, holding his hand possessively as they leave together. As Wenbai and Mu Chen head to the family event, they notice Xiao talking secretly on the phone. At the event, they make a grand entrance while Xia is stuck at the salon, waiting for a ride that never comes. As the salon closes, Xia walks out into the rainy streets, trying to call for help from a bus stop, but no one answers. Meanwhile, Mu Chen searches for Xia at the party but can't find her, so he decides to go look for her. Xia walks alone on the empty road, scared when a car suddenly approaches and makes her fall. People gather around, thinking the car scared her. Mu Chen arrives, sends the crowd away, and puts his coat on Xia to keep her warm. She thanks him and clings to him, and Mu Chen hugs her back, offering comfort. At the party, Mu Chen and the grandfather are ready to reveal the reason for the gathering. Xiao arrives with a new companion. The grandfather talks about a childhood promise with a friend to unite their families through their grandchildren. He announces that Xia is to marry Xiao, surprising Xiao, who thought Mu Chen was the chosen one. As it gets dark, Mu Chen reminds Xia they need to meet the grandfather at the party and offers her a towel to dry off. In the car, Mu Chen sees a bruise on Xia's hand and worries, even though she says she's fine. Ignoring her, he calls a doctor when they get home. The doctor is surprised by the minor injury and Mu Chen's overreaction, making Mu Chen pretend he has an urgent call to avoid embarrassment. After the doctor leaves, they go to the party. Mu Chen tells Xia that the grandfather wants her to marry Xiao next month, but Xia firmly refuses, surprising Mu Chen. She explains she has no interest in Xiao and doesn't want a relationship without love. Seeing a beach, Xia asks Mu Chen to stop the car. She wants to enjoy the peaceful beauty of the shoreline, and her excitement makes Mu Chen join in the moment. The scene shifts to Xiao angrily confronting Mu Chen about the arranged marriage. Mu Chen, surprised by the grandfather's decision, tries to convince Xiao not to fight it, saying the grandfather is very stubborn. Xiao is determined to confront his grandfather, but Mu Chen warns him it will be useless. Meanwhile, Mu Chen promises Xia that he will talk to his grandfather about her not wanting to marry Xiao. When Mu Chen drops her off at home, they notice a big construction project nearby. As they discuss it, Mu Chen appears and gives an ultimatum: marry Xiao and get the new house, or refuse and get nothing. Feeling overwhelmed, Xia collapses, and Mu Chen takes her to safety. Back at the house, Mu Chen confronts his grandfather, accusing him of destroying Xia's home. The grandfather denies this, saying his intentions are good, including Xia's marriage to Xiao. Mu Chen argues for Xia's right to choose, but the grandfather insists he is keeping a promise to their parents. Frustrated, Mu Chen leaves, struggling with the family's expectations. Mu Chen shows Xia to her room and welcomes her, but Xiao soon barges in, angrily grabbing her and accusing her of ruining his life. Xia screams in fear, causing Xiao to back off with a warning to stay away from him. The next morning, the family gathers for breakfast, and Xia joins hesitantly. When the grandfather suggests she sit next to Xiao, she chooses to sit by Mu Chen instead. She accidentally drinks wine, thinking it is water, and becomes dizzy. She stumbles into Mu Chen's room and falls onto his bed. Mu Chen quickly moves her to her own room before anyone notices. Later, Mu Chen gives Xia an ultimatum. She can enjoy the family's luxuries if she complies with their demands. She is assigned to clean Xiao's room daily, and with few options, Xia reluctantly agrees, facing the pressure of the family's expectations. The next day, Xia cleans Xiao's room, enduring his constant criticism. Determined to win Xiao over, Xia makes a list of items she thinks will attract men. At night, Xia, now drunk, sneaks into Xiao's room to carry out her plan. She waits for him, but when Mu Chen enters instead, she mistakes him for Xiao and ends up kissing him. Both are shocked and embarrassed by the unexpected kiss and can't stop thinking about it, losing sleep. Scared to face Mu Chen after the incident, Xia decides to leave the house. As she packs her things, Xiao catches her and accuses her of stealing. Despite her explanations, Xiao searches her bag and realizes she wants to leave. Surprised by her rejection, Xiao helps her escape, promising she won't return. Mu Chen sees this from a distance, feeling jealous and upset. Xia then finds refuge in a hotel. However, a familiar face from her village sees her and spreads rumors, including to Jane, suggesting that Xia was thrown out by Mu Chen. Jane enjoys thinking she has the upper hand over Xia. When Mu Chen finds out Xia is gone, he confronts Xiao, demanding answers. Xiao's casual response makes Mu Chen angry, and he decides to marry Xia. He sets out to find her. Meanwhile, a girl from the hotel gives Xia a fake note, supposedly from Mu Chen, asking her to meet him. Xia goes to the meeting spot but is ambushed by Jane and her friends. They take her to a deserted warehouse where Jane orders a brutal attack. Xia is choked until she faints, and her attackers leave her there. Mu Chen discovers Xia is missing from her hotel room. After asking the hotel manager, he learns she left with some village girls. Worried, Mu Chen searches frantically and finds Xia unconscious in the warehouse. He picks her up, trying to wake her, and feels relieved when she opens her eyes and tells him about the attack. Returning home with Xia, Mu Chen confronts Xiao about her escape, becoming more worried as Xia's fever worsens. Mu Chen takes care of her all night and eventually falls asleep beside her. The next morning, Mu Chen receives disturbing news from his secretary. Xia's ex-boyfriend's wife and her friends were behind the attack. Furious, Mu Chen decides to seek revenge. When Xia wakes up, Mu Chen asks how she feels, and she says she's okay. He tells her to get ready and takes her to a factory. Xia is shocked to see the place where she was attacked. Mu Chen brings Xia into the warehouse, where they see Jane and her friends being tortured just like they did to Xia. Xia is horrified, but Mu Chen stops the torture and warns the girls to leave Xia alone. Outside, Mu Chen tells Xia to be strong, reminding her of her tough past. Xia feels stronger with Mu Chen's support and they hug. Suddenly, Mu Chen proposes to Xia. She is surprised but agrees. Mu Chen reveals his plan. He wants to take control of the Jiang Group of companies and promises Xia a comfortable life after they divorce. Xia, though unsure, agrees to his plan. They meet the grandfather, and Mu Chen asks him to cancel Xia's marriage to Xiao, saying they are in love and want to marry. The grandfather asks Xia if this is true, and she agrees. While he thinks it over, the grandfather secretly tells Mu Chen to watch the couple, suspecting their motives. Xia notices Mu Chen's watchful eye and wonders if he likes her, but Mu Chen laughs and hugs her reassuringly. After their discussion, Mu Chen and Xia go outside to plan how to convince Mu Chen's skeptical grandfather of their true love. Mu Chen stresses that they need to be genuine. Later, Mu Chen asks Wenbai for help in improving their acting skills to make their chemistry look real. Wenbai sets up a scene on a movie set. To her surprise, Mu Chen and Xia show real emotions, impressing even the director. Jealous, Wenbai hides her feelings until she gets home, where she breaks down in tears. The next day, the grandfather looks at the romantic photos of Mu Chen and Xia and believes in their love. He approves their relationship and agrees to their marriage, but only after the successful completion of the Bay Resort project. So the moral of the story is if you want to win someone's heart, make sure you're not covered in fish guts and always carry a spare towel.